What's poppin'? It is another 1, 2, 5. God damn it, I forgot how to count again. Cooper here, and we're doing more Nocturnus. Almost done with these quests, and this one is quite a heartfelt one. It's quite sad, it's quite bad, it's quite rad. Come along with me as we do another one of these wonderful quests before we fight the super boss. And once again, at the end of this, it'll be really fun because I'll fight the super boss as all of my characters. This was quite the battle. Quite the battle. I think it went pretty well, but that's all for time to tell. So, join me along. It seems this time we're going to go to Gran Zadora to check on some guy that just came from someplace super injured. Apparently there was a lab where they're keeping the Blood Gang members, and essentially one guy made it out in order to stop them from creating the serum that makes him an unstoppable monster, so that he can, of course, bring back Nocturnus. Oh no, but yeah, he's gonna give us the secret powder, because everything's powder in the stupid quest, in order to travel to the lab and rescue his laboratory partner, because of course, there's always someone else to do the job when we aren't there. And so, as we are going back to basically our past, our past jobs, our past, things we had, dreams and aspirations of making good things in, we're gonna call this one Revenge of the Dreamers. And those who know will know, man, this is a crazy project that was released back in, basically this was like on the cusp of us losing basically universal music clarity. Losing a basic music collective, essentially. This is like the start of that. Revenge of the Dreamers released like a little bit after this game came out, so I suppose you could call it a beckoning for the end, And I really do believe this, because this like playlist, album, collaboration, compilation, first of all, looking back at it, the name is just like, I feel like if you are at any point in your life where you actually feel like you really need to get revenge for something, artistically, creatively, like somebody harmed you in this space, you gotta fucking pack it up, bro. Pack it up, go home. The love is not here for you, because you've taken it away from yourself. You broke your own legs and tried to go the marathon, So if you got that, that chip on your shoulder, sure, you may make it through the marathon, but it ain't gonna be the way you're supposed to do it. I'll tell you that. So, already coming out the bat, Revenge of the Dreamers, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't know why back in the day, but it was very good music. And that was the problem. It was very good music, and hardly anybody bought it, listened to it, paid for it, went to check out the artists that were on it from that. It didn't hit that global success that I feel like it so easily would have if it was released maybe even like 2 to 3 years earlier. And given this fact, given this aspect of the record, it was massively produced too, and you realize nobody's done anything really like it since that has been this big, because it had a documentary, and then there were basically just giant collages of people in studios collabing with them, and then going over and then jumping in this person, just jumping in this move. It was sort of like if you want to imagine a musicians festival, or swap meet, or giant congressional party, essentially. A collab, a guild, a meeting, a congression, a board. And so things like this obviously stopped because of COVID, but I feel like people just really stopped collabing like that for art, because those who would go on to do this kind of thing We're all just biting off of popularity and numbers and sounding the same. They bite off of the conforming. But as you'll notice in Revenge of the Dreamers, a lot of the songs kind of delved into different personalities and types and weird things. And there were a lot of huge collab songs that you didn't expect these kinds of rappers to be on, essentially. So I feel like, in essence, sometimes it is not what you are doing that is wrong. It's the soul behind it. And that can flaw the whole thing. Just by the way it was named, it's like, who are you taking revenge over? If this industry doesn't want you, good. Create your own industry. I don't know why we're trying to fit into this adherently corrupt society. And the music business has been corrupt since long before I was even alive. So, Revenge of the Dreamers, yeah, they wronged you. But forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you, my friend. And without that, sticking with that past, just putting that label on your back that we are out to, usurp, get indignant, take back what's rightfully ours, naturally makes people antagonistic towards your success. It does. And as annoying as it is, I'm going to keep going on and on and on about this, because your real only option is to not care, is to name it things because you want to name it things. And this is not me corroborating Schizo out and saying, yeah, they're all out to kill the music industry or do whatever. I'm just saying, look at what happened. Look at what's happened, Look at the state of the record label. I mean, I think all of the music industry is failing. It's not just pinning on Dreamville, Top Dog, Young Money. There's really no crazily successful record labels besides UMG, Sony, and Warner Bros. They're taking everything. And it's becoming crazier because they stopped the AI crisis with music. They halted it, but not to help the artist and help them get, their fair cuts or whatever, or have permission so that AI can't even use the music, but it's for them to get their money from the AI. And then once that happened, they said status quo. Thank you, sirs. You have paid your fee. And so that is why I really think that if you have the ability to make music before AI, and you can just structurally put a song together, that's really all you need. We actually have to sort of wait and allow this shit to boil over and just flood the area with content and our influence to let people know that we will not leave. AI can take our jobs, but it cannot take our souls. And my soul is going to be implemented in this channel and many after it, because I feel like, just with what I do with music, I do the shit that I like doing. It's been a lot of different things. It's been covers, it's been, original songs, it's been beats with video games, it's been sampled beats from movies. It's been a lot of things. And now I'm doing this. Is what it is. But as long as I like the act of going in that MMO every day, it's not gonna be revenge. It's gonna be love. It's gonna be love of the dream, That revenge word is so dirty. It's so dirty. It should never be in the mouths of someone with hope, of someone with youth, of somebody with divine intuition. Because there is no real revenge. That the only people that hurt themselves are themselves. Did that make sense? The only people that hurt you is yourself, essentially. So if you feel hurt by someone, you got to heal that within yourself and not even worry. Just literally take them out of your mind. Are they here right now? No, they're not. I assure you. And that's the crazy thing, guys. People don't realize this, but when you are mad and angry at someone, they take up most of the time while they're not even with you. That's when they're in your head. That mostly, when you are around them, oftentimes when I hate someone, when I'm around them, I can just fucking mute my brain when I'm dealing with their actual presence. But you realize with that revenge shit especially, you're always thinking about them when they're not even here. When you could feel that with literally anything else. You feel that with art, feel that with emotion, feel that with, the people you love, the things you love. And of course it comes in moderation. I do not want you to forget what they did. What happened to you. And I want that to fuel you. Not in a way that brings you to anger, but in a way that brings you clarity. You don't need to wonder what could have gone different or what you did right or wrong. You just need to go over what happened and what results came. And this is going to feel very absurd because a lot of times, even when I take it from 8 different perspectives, I'm like, all I did was give love. And I'm alone. You know? It can seem like that, you know. It could seem like you are the all-being interpreter of just good and kindness, and you still just get fucked over. And if it seems like that way, then, you know, it might be. The world is pretty absurd. But you realize there's no way. There is no way to get in between somebody's ears. You know, there's only one way to get in between their legs. And honestly, sometimes that can let you get even more confused. And you're beat down even harder, you know, after you got what was supposed to be the prize. And the funny thing is, I feel like this really is how a lot of relationships and good things happen back in the day, you know, whether you were schoolmates, classmates, coworkers, but nowadays it's just not safe. It's just not safe, man. We no longer hold the power or the cards because, you know, it's a deceitful world. Deception is too easy to roll. So everybody thinks you're using it, even if you are authentically trying to be there with yourself and your soul. You know, everybody thinks you're rolling deception, so they gotta check. And sometimes people just aren't used to passing the check. Like I said, it all comes down to the not caring, man. It really is just the people who don't give a shit that win at literally everything. Video games, lottery, life. You know, that they're even good at sex. It's crazy, man. The bitch who doesn't give a shit about anything, damn near suicidal, rock your world. Rock your world, I swear to God. Crazier the better. And it is just this absurdity that we are constantly faced with that has to lead us on this path. You know, and I just want you to know, when you do take the path, you gotta really not take it seriously. It's not that big of a deal. You know, it really isn't. You're just figuring this story out along with the rest of us. And a lot of times it can make you very sad, a lot of times it can make you very angry, but all these emotions are yours, and they are yours to feel alone. It is nobody else's. You know, so if you make a mistake, definitely go back and correct it. Definitely look at what happened and use that data for the future. But that's it. We don't gotta keep living it, PTSD, over and over and over and over again, you know? And sometimes you don't have an option to go back. You know, sometimes you'll have to wait for your hero to come and help you get back, to do that thing. But if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. If they're supposed to be with you, they're supposed to be with you. And struggling and grasping at everything will just give you nothing. The abundance mindset, as annoying as it is really the only way for us to prosper, to truly feel fulfilled. Because reality of the situation is that nothing lasts forever. Nothing will be forever. And as guys, as growing and building individuals, you gotta realize when, man, I've been trying to build this Lego set for ages and I just can't put this piece here. Oh well, I guess I'll throw it away, and then you get another piece and it fits perfectly. Right, man? It's just logical. It's just logical. And I'm sorry that we have to treat humans like this, but like I said, the AI is what we were trained to be. From the get-go. From square one. Since we were in factories, you know, building cars. You know, since Harold Ford, Tom Fordy, Harolding Fordian, I forget what the fuck his name is. The car guy. He set us up with the 40-hour work week, and he fucked us, and he fucked us, and he fucked us. Henry, it was Henry. Henry, goddammit! Because that 40-hour work week does not allow for fulfillment, and now nobody knows how to get it. Now we are so far from the fucking plot that nobody has any idea. Like, you need to put revenge on it to be able to feel fulfilled. Like, how does that make sense? They have the revenge. That has nothing to do with you. There's nothing to do with that. That's some higher. You're displaying some bravado. You're displaying some bullshit that you think you need to do because you saw it in a movie. This is not the human experience, and don't feel bad if you don't fit in, because this is not the human experience. The human experience is taking a back seat from life and allowing it to ride you, allowing it to flow through you, and feel it fully. You know, enjoy those moments and take them all back. Take all those dreams back. You know? If you want to take revenge on anyone, take revenge on you from the past. Or take revenge on you from yesterday. and be like, I'm gonna fucking kill your ass harder today. You know? Today we're gonna feel even more pain. Today we're gonna learn even greater lessons. You know? It is nothing about the results or what we feel like we are entitled to or what we feel like we are divinely gifted. You are divinely gifted skills and opportunities. You are not divinely gifted a good life. Many people with many skills and opportunities live shit lives. And they're grateful. But I truly do think anybody, you know, with enough will can gain the skills. The problem is, a lot of people get entitled with these skills. Like it was not already divinely gifted to you from the beginning. You just have to unlock that shit. So, if you want to be entitled to anyone, be entitled to your own decisions. They are a birthright, by the way. This free will shit, it's no joke. It's no joke. That is about the only thing we have left. You know, it's the free will, it's the joy of life, it's the joy of giving. And I don't think it can ever be taken away because the AI can't give like this, baby. I just want you guys to know that although I did use AI for my little model, my cute little Koopa that I show at the beginning and the end of the episode, I actually don't use it to write the episodes. I tried to. In the middle, I'd say maybe like mid-July or June, I was like, I wonder if I can get AI to like organize these thoughts for me. And I was like, nah. It sounds cringe. Mostly because I watch a lot of AI videos. So I just know what they do. They do the, it's not this, it's this. And then they give the three things. You've been decepting yourself, you've been da-da-da-da-da, and you've been da-da-da-da-da. It's just the little AI quirks they get to me. And it is good at organizing thoughts. I'm not getting at anybody for doing it, but I know it's not going to be able to produce things like this. I know people who are able to talk and chat and nuance on a subject are building something true, something aware. And it has nothing to do with revenge on the AI. It has everything to do with revenge on me from yesterday that I thought I even needed, that I thought I even had a requirement for, you know, something to validate this existence. And that's because we've all been trained like AI. We've all been trained in our workplaces and our schools to be a robot. And you're not, man. You're just not. You got the divine child in you and you got the divine, you know, functioning adult denizen. And you got the internet world and you got the reality world where everybody hates each other and we're all scared that the Cinnabon lady is going to call me a nigger. Sorry, I think that's the first time I said the N-word on here. But yeah, it's a crazy life. It's a crazy life. What we have to realize about it is that no one else is living it but you. So I don't mean to main character your ass, but take care of yourself first. This suicidal empathy is destroying us and making us think we need revenge. You don't. Let them breathe. Let them see. I will see you next time, guys.
I took the 95 to get from West Palm. I need a break from everything. Yes, I'm stressed way more than usual. I'm getting things back in order, getting things back to how they used to be. Back to when the scrutiny had no effect on you and me.